Hi. I just hopped on live because Spirit told me to. And I am one of those individuals. I try to be most obedient as possible because obedience is better than sacrifice. Don't mind my greasy appearance, baby. I am greased up. Self-care is non-negotiable no matter what situation you're in, okay? So welcome on in. Welcome on in. My name is Ty, and I am the Transformational Empress. And if this is our first time meeting, you're probably just seeing the transition from T for Tarot to the Transformational Empress. I was led to create this business for those like me. Those who have had experiences in life that have thrown them into survival mode, those who have experienced traumas, those whose brain may not work the same way as others. I've successfully battled PTSD, anxiety, depression, and I'm winning every day. So I'm also a military vet. A mom, and a woman that likes to get shit done. A woman that enjoys healing. A woman that has found peace and solace in the turmoil and sometimes the more challenging cards that life has dealt. And since then I found ways to be more feminine, especially through transformation, through spirituality, through counseling, and it's definitely changed my life for the better. So I'm here to share everything that I have learned along the way. I'm here to empower other women like me to build, grow, transform into their most feminine and divine selves. Long story short, I'm going to work on that pitch. I have a longer version of it in my notebook over there, and I was debating on if I was going to grab it, because you can't have a business without a mission statement, right? Mission statement, vision statement, all of that. And long story short, I'm just happy to be here. I ain't even gonna cap, okay? I ain't gonna cap. I'm just happy to be here. So whoever comes in. Whoever doesn't, Spirit is already ready to speak. Spirit definitely has a word for the divine feminines today. I'm using the Moon Goddess Oracle deck. If you see it, you like it, and you want to purchase it, I have a link, an Amazon link for you guys as well. All right, Spirit. What is the nature of this message? Can you give me 3 cards to give me the nature of this message? Why are we here? Threw these right on out, so I'll take these. We've got connection, finding your light, and empowerment. Now, what that tells me is it kind of lets me know everything that we already know. This is the whole purpose of why we're here. We are more disconnected from our divine feminine self than we may think. Being in your divine feminine energy is, I'm gonna give you the words that they gave me. It's an honor. It's an honor to be in your divine feminine energy, especially in a world where everything is so masculine, or we have to put on that masculine front or masculine face every day in order to get things done. It is legitimately a privilege to be in that energy. And every last one of us has masculine and feminine energy. You got, as long as you got up, down, left, right, yin, yang, conscious, subconscious, masculine, feminine energy. Okay, it's just like that. And we've lost connection with it. And the more we take the time out, slow down, get to know ourselves again. As you can see, like she's rubbing on herself, she's caressing herself, she's taking the opportunity to really get to know herself, nurture herself once again. There's beautiful flowers that are there, which lets me know that, you know, how do I want to put it? It represents things coming in bloom, things coming, a Bible verse is coming to me. One second. It's kind of like all things being ready in its time. And I love that, because it's like, you're not forgotten. You're not being forgotten. And though it is a privilege, it is something that you always have an opportunity to reconnect with. And this is exactly how. By taking that opportunity, getting to know yourself, getting reacquainted with yourself at any given moment. And when you do that, when you go to search for the light, seek and ye shall find. Okay. I did a reading last night and I asked Source directly, what is feminine energy? And the feminine energy is your subconscious mind. So the things that you go through on a regular basis, the experiences that you have, all get stored in your subconscious mind. Your conscious mind is like, oh, you know, I push that to the side. Oh, I think I healed from that X, Y, Z, do. Every last experience without missing a beat, and sometimes without judgment, all goes back there. Negative experiences and positive experiences, they all go to the subconscious. So even though you think something may not be as big of a deal, or it doesn't show in your physical conscious life, it doesn't mean that it's not, that your subconscious or your divine feminine is not being affected by those things. So even though I'm seeing this light here, ooh, here we go, empowerment. That moon, that nighttime represents the subconscious. We need to do some shadow work, ladies, on a collective level. Because once you get to know yourself, reconnect with your body, reconnect with your emotions, reconnect with your mind, all of those things bring light. It brings ideas. It brings awareness of self to self. Okay. And through that knowledge, through that information that you get by taking care of yourself, and what's the word I want to use? In taking care of yourself, and I'm hearing doing the things that need to be done. When it comes to doing the things that need to be done, what is that for you? Because it's not about, oh, I need to make sure that my house is clean. Oh, I need to make sure. What are the things that bring you the most joy, bring you the most pleasure? Because we elect and we volunteer to do a lot of things that we do not enjoy doing on a regular basis. And sometimes that's just the nature of the beast, of the matrix that we live in. But what part of you is not being seen? What parts of you are not being addressed with the most love? What parts of you are being hidden? Which parts of you are not being expounded upon, expanded? And that's where the empowerment comes from. Going within, finding those limited beliefs, finding those things that you're realizing may not serve you like they used to, the things that are no longer beneficial to you. Finding those, rewiring your truth, and moving in your power. So that's what I got from that. Now I'm going to I don't know if I'm going to go to the tarot. I'm going to go into the tarot. Let's elaborate. Let's elaborate. All right, this is the Earth Woman's Tarot, and I'm gonna let you know the reason why I let you guys know about these tarot decks is because on top of, you know, doing readings and stuff like that, I'm also a tarot deck collector. This page before I turned it into the Transformational Empress was, you know, based on me doing readings, product reviews, and deck customizations and things like that. So in case you are indeed a collector like me, I'm going to let you know what these are. This particular deck I absolutely love. This is my version of the Light Seers deck. The Light Seers deck took the tarot community by storm. But it's something about, see, it's so pretty. It's something about this deck that does it for me. Okay, so Divine Spirit, Holy Spirit, can you elaborate on connection, please? Can you elaborate on connection? Oh, the Lovers. Okay, I'm gonna get the rest. Finding your light. Thank you. The World card. Oh, can you give me empowerment too, please? Last one. One more for empowerment. Okay, 3 more. All right, so I'm gonna put these off to the side here. Okay, so for connection, we have the Lovers. And literally, what I love about this deck, we was just talking about the subconscious, right? We're talking about the divine feminine and it being the subconscious. Need I say more? This is literally the connection, the deep diving between you and the cosmos, you and the hidden, and your hidden self, your innermost thoughts, your getting to know yourself more intimately. Yes, more intimately. That's so crazy. Loving on the parts of yourself that don't get love. Loving on those darker spots of yourself. Those parts of you that you try to hide from the public because maybe it's not as socially acceptable, or the prison of your mind. Because a lot of a lot of our limitations that we have, or the things that we hold within, are things that somebody told us, or I don't want to do this because I don't want to make somebody else mad. Is somebody else paying your bills? And even if they are, let me tell you something. And this might sound whatever, but I don't too much care. I've gotten to a point in my life where if anybody had to be uncomfortable, do I want it to be me or them? Do I want to be the one walking around on eggshells for the sake of somebody else being comfortable, when I can show my full self, my true self, and maybe actually attract the people who are for me? You know, everybody has work to do. The healing journey never stops. But I'll tell you what, I'm no longer in the energy of hiding myself to make other people more comfortable around me. I said what I said and I did what I did, especially because here's the healing part of this, especially when you know you're quote unquote in the right, when you're a person of integrity, when you're a person of character, when you're being honest, when you're being respectful, especially if you know all of those things are lined up and your intentions are, not to hurt anybody's feelings, X, Y, and Z. Is literally just you living out your personal journey in life. No, we're not gonna allow other people to dim our lights. So you can see we're loving on ourselves in this phase. Okay. And a lot of people are like, well, I don't know what to do. I know I need to get out more. I know there's other things that I need to do. I know people keep telling me I need to get to know myself again. I don't even have, I say I want to go out somewhere, but I haven't bought myself clothes in X amount of time. You know what I mean? Like little things like that. And it's like, I get it, but you won't know until you try. Things won't illuminate until you go looking in the dark for them. So you got to try. Now, when it says finding your light, again, going within the dark, finding that awareness, that illumination. Okay. We've got the world card. Isn't that beautiful? We've got the world card for finding your light. And what that tells me is the world card is also like the ultimate closing of cycles. If we're talking about tarot, the Fool's Journey, it's the completion. It's now that you've gone through the journey, now that you've gotten this new awareness, it's you putting that new awareness to work. It's you living in your truth. It's you moving in all of the lessons that you've learned from this point forward. That's what that means. And then for empowerment, I have 3 cards. Now, we spoke about empowerment, and empowerment was all about, as we just said, getting that information to ourselves and getting that information to ourselves, for ourselves, bringing it to light and utilizing that for your purpose, utilizing it for your growth, for your happiness, for your joy, for your pleasure. And that's where you find your empowerment from. That's where that energy comes from. That's where that yes, that ooh, that comes from. And for the tarot, I have the Page of Swords, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Hangman. And as soon as I touched this, it's like, what are you waiting for? The Page of Swords, what I'm getting from this particular card is the Page of Swords is usually it's the starting part of research. So that's the getting to know yourself. It can be the spy card, it can be the communication card, it can be the brainstorming, the beginning of something great card, if that makes sense. And with it being swords and at night, again, it's talking about that shadow work, really starting that process of getting to know yourself, starting that process, like being fearless in the night. Like she's dancing and being fearless in her shadow. It's giving, yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I fear no evil. Because a lot of people don't do shadow work because they actually fear what's inside of them. Maybe there have been some experiences that you don't want to revisit, things that might have been a little painful for you, things that you want to forget, you desire to forget, you things that you don't want to see the light of day, that you don't want to see, or things that you don't want to know, things you don't want to be spoken or seen, to see the light of day. But that's the only way to really have true continuity. The Queen of Pentacles is a card of, it's a card of being loyal to yourself. It's a nurturing card, but she's very reliable. She has the resources for you. It's definitely giving that mama energy, that energy of I'll take care of you. I'll make sure that everything is taken care of in the background. She's that person that knows that, okay, well, if we don't have any band-aids, I know I can go outside, grab a leaf, spit on it, and do, you know what I mean? Like that type of thing. The remedies. She's resourceful. She's beautiful. She's a mother. She's in tune. She's grounded. She has, not only does she have mental resources, but she also has physical resources, whether it's, I know a friend who can do that, or the finances to do it. But when you take the opportunity to really look within, that's when you take account of everything and you have all the resources, you have all the details to a puzzle. It's kind of how I'm getting that. And that's where the empowerment comes in. That's where the empowerment comes in. So when I first grabbed this card and I said, well, what are you waiting on? And we go back to this Page of Swords. You're waiting on it because it's a little hard to look at right now. Going within, going back and seeing the things that may have been our fault, things that may not have been our fault, things that, the points that have changed our lives. If I haven't shared this story before, my mom died in 2021 this month, and as much as I didn't give, I tried not to give it a lot of credit. It really changed my life. It really did it really hit hard in my life. And there was a lot of things I had to go within and see, like, okay, well, how do I feel about my mom? Did I do everything I can as a daughter? She passed of cancer, and the last 7 weeks of her life, I was there for her. I was her primary caregiver, actually. And it's something about seeing someone go through a decline. For my mom, for me, my mom was the strongest person I knew. She was amazing. She was one of those people that were well known in the community, fairly popular. And she seemed to be a very true to herself type individual. And a lot of the blessings that I endure, even up to today, are because of the type of person that she was while she was here on this earth. And when she left, when I tell you, I felt like I had zero top cover. My dad is still here, still alive. And, you know, her siblings are around, and they all take very good care of me. But it's something about losing your mom that makes you feel like you are so alone in the world. And that was something that I personally couldn't face alone. So I did go to therapy. That type of grief just did not do well for me. But coming out on the other side of that, do I still mourn her? Of course, that's my girl. I'm not gonna say I'll never get over it. I'll never get over it. I'm not, but I'm healing through it. My grief has been the same size, but the capacity of how much I can hold around it just gets bigger. Okay. Losing her was definitely a hole in my chest, but it took time, energy, patience, intent, and the right people around me to get me back on track. And you can't be afraid of that. And it also takes honesty, intimacy, truth, really getting to know yourself, understanding how these things affected you. Because for me, I know I did everything I could. I know I did. Cancer is a beast, okay? And there's always that part of you that's just like, well, did I do enough? Did I da 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 da, you know? And there's really nothing you can do about it. But with having that understanding, with getting that information for myself, I was able to get to a point where I did not delay. I did not dilly or dally about my healing and pushing forward. And I am here today to tell you the tale. And I think that's where I'm going to end this portion of the reading. I'm thankful for Spirit for bringing it up, but this is the whole reason why I'm doing what I'm doing. And I'm actually going to bring my notebook out because a part of having PTSD is having some issues with short-term memory. You have some short-term memory loss, and sometimes things just don't register as fast as they used to. Like I said, I used to be in the military, so I had to fire off quick, you know. But I've learned to work around it. So you guys are going to see me with note cards, notebooks, and all that, and I'm not going to be embarrassed about it, okay? So just to give you guys some insight, my mission statement is to provide clarity, counseling, and spiritual guidance to unlock and reacquaint women with their most divine and feminine selves through mental, physical, emotional, and spiritual transformation. My goal is to be a strong, safe, and transparent community and provide a space for women to feel safe to be their most authentic selves. And by that, I mean being safe to grow, being safe to make mistakes, all in the name of healing. Okay? So if you're interested in being a part of my community, just hit me up in my blah, 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 blah. Just hit me up in my DMs for now. My website should be up in a couple of days. My services, I offer 30-minute tarot readings. I offer an hour-long tarot readings. I offer an energy assessment of your divine feminine, like where you're at, what she needs, what you need to stop doing in order for her to feel better, feel fed. And if you incorporate the things that, you know, we discuss, what the results are. I'm also a Reiki healer. I am Reiki 2 certified. So I will be offering Reiki for your physical body. And it just came to me that I could do Reiki directly on your divine feminine energy. So I'm going to write that down. So I'm going to do that as a service. What else? I'm also in the process of customizing bracelets. Not these particular bracelets, but they're like top 5 traumas that we as a people, not just women, but people struggle with. Childhood traumas, anxiety, depression, grief, those types of things. And I am in the process of creating Reiki charged jewelry to aid in the healing, the treatment, and the energy balancing of those type of conditions. And yeah, it's going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing. And I'm just excited to be here and to bring this to you guys. So if all hearts and minds are clear, I just wanted to let you guys know about that. Also, if you are interested in the tarot decks at all, I have a link. I'll switch the link in the bio. I'll switch the link in the bio and put it for the decks that I have and have used for today. And yeah, if you're interested. Yeah. I think that's it. So if all hearts and minds are clear, be good, be smart, be safe. And I'll catch you in the next one.